been here for a long time. We're not going anywhere because of our history, but we also want you to know that we are new. We are doing new kinds of worship styles, and we're doing new things to try to encourage ministries in our communities.
An essential part of the AME Church is social action. For me to play a vital role in social justice work within the church that I'm involved in and a part of is something beautiful. So that's what drew me to it.
The AME Church was born out of protesting and activism. That's who we are. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. But how we present the gospel may change.
God comes first. And if we are to be Christ-like, we have to do what we can and what we should be doing to be ministers to everybody.
This generation is really longing for community.
We all have to learn how to be strong. We all have to learn how to be brave. We all have to learn how to find our voices, and we all have to learn how to be true.
Every church has to be engaged in the whole idea of how we take care of this new generation's children.
So I do believe the AME Church would be able to continue their legacy if they engage the younger generation a little better.
It's going to pull us all out of our comfort zone and out of our traditions.
So where are women in this new age? Do we have to hold out for 40, 60 years before we get some recompense and we get some recognition?
A Women Lives Matter kind of movement undergirding the established organization is going to have to happen.
You're going to watch your whole life turn upside down from devastation to restoration.
You know, in the AME Church, we get two types of people. We get the contemporaries with new ideas, but we get also the conservatives. And some of us conservatives, it's very difficult to change.
We have the capability to replicate the size of the AME Church in Nigeria. We're now in India. We have to begin to think about major meetings being held in Asia.
During the pandemic, we really had to shift to a 100% virtual church, where no longer were we meeting in the sanctuary. So everything was virtual.
One of the things that we should certainly not do is fixate on where God was when we should be taking the opportunity to look at where God is going.
If you can send out a signal and people come, that's power. If we were to evaluate people based on their ability to send out a message and people convene, what if that was the new definition of church?
How you did church in '67 may not be the way we do church in the 21st century.
What's next? Where do we go from here? AME Next, To Serve the Present Age, is a documentary of stakeholder voices sharing their views, their stories, their passion, and ideas of where the AME Church can grow, what the AME Church can do, and how we can get to God's intended future. Payne Theological Seminary is building upon the Anvil series of previous documentaries from the Council of Bishops of the AME Church to highlight the past, accentuate the present, to inspire a better future. The African Methodist Episcopal Church, local congregations working together to do a greater global ministry.